Alright then, guys. So here we go. This is game number 1 of the best of 7 series between these two absolute giants. So down here on the bottom right, we have the Wanderers Blue Protoss. It is classic. Made for Afreeca. And on the top left side, made for Dragon Phoenix Gaming, it is, obviously you all know him, it's none other than Rogue.
It's StarCraft time.
It's StarCraft time. Yeah, it is. Thanks for the reset, dude. I mean, how long's that been now? 14 months! No way. That's like a big number now. And time flies, doesn't it?
It's Bima time!
27 gifted subs to this channel is what it just says there. Thanks, Cersei, for no, congratulations, Shiro, for getting a gifted sub. Anyway, I'm going to start casting now, guys. Here we go. I say that. Rogue's just opening up with a regular hatch first going into this, and the scout's going to come across and see there's not much going on at the moment. Nothing really happening. So, yeah, I've got time to talk to you guys if you like. 27's a bad number. I mean, I must admit 30 is far greater number. It's bigger. It's divisible by many things. That's kind of what I like. A little pylon coming out here for Classic now. Looks like Rogue's going to pull some drones for that. And you had to bear in mind there is no forge. I don't think. Yeah, there is no forge up at the moment, so it's just complete fake. Has pulled 4 drones down. So that's actually not bad value for Classic there. I mean, Rogue's going to... Oh, he's just going to sit here, wait for that hatchery to finish to be able to just start mining there. So, yeah, they're be mad at the moment. Alright, so we got the 7x core finishing up here for Classic. We'll keep an eye out to see what kind of tech choice Classic will go for here, but Rogue's going to probably play fairly standard and go into mid-game against... normally that's what he does against Protoss. Nothing really too fruity in the early stages of his EVP. So we'll keep an eye out to see what the reaction will be, because we've got 8 Stargate on the way. Obviously not too much of a surprise there. Stargate incredibly popular, as we all know. 2 years with Jeddrix. Alright. Why don't you give yourself a sub? Oh, you've already got a sub. You already have gifted yourself a sub. Yeah. Oracle on the way for Classic. I'll send that straight across the map. I like that. We don't normally see Oracle openers like straight away. You normally see the Void Ray, Oracle, Void Ray, or something along those lines. But going straight for Oracle, and it gives the opportunity to catch the Zerg off guard, especially these days where we delay. You know, the Spore Crawler is a little bit extra, thinking it's going to be Void Ray. But I mean, nothing's going to get past a Rogue without being scouted. So here we've got the Overlord spotting that's going to be an Oracle. And I imagine we'll have a Spore Crawlers or at least Queens in place very, very shortly. I should do have one in the main there. Do you see the Void Ray on the way now as well? And it looks like Classic's going to go set up his 3rd base location. Oh, Probe going to go down there, but not before getting that Nexus on the go. 2 Queens here just shooting away that Oracle. 3 do go down, nothing too crazy, just gets away. We're getting some damage done there, just clearing up that Overlord. And now we've got the Adepts coming in, shading up the 3rd. Going to confirm there is a 3rd. Actually, Drone's going to be rallied there as well. It looks like we're going to shade in, try and do some damage. Picking up a couple of lings here, but not actually in too much economic damage quite yet. And it's pretty good. I like this from Classic, just keeping up the pressure on the other side of the map. Actually going to double shade, get another one in. 2 drones, 3 drones. So that's going to be the end of those Adepts' lives. And that's really good, keeping up the pressure. It means that Rogue doesn't quite have the economy curve he wants. I mean, 6 workers going down for not that much commitment at the moment. I mean, the Oracle's still here. Going to actually set up a stasis board as well. Rogue is well onto that. I actually think Rogue's getting into a good position right now because like, the creep's coming out in the front, and Romanticide, you've only got 2 avenues to spread creep on in the early stages of the game. So, you know, it's a lot easier to capitalize on that kind of map pressure, I guess. We're actually going to see charge getting research, and a huge amount of gateways plonked down there for Classic. So we're going to see something very aggressive, and right now, I don't think a Rogue has seen any of this, so let's keep an eye out for that. Things now coming down to the south. Gonna try and poke around a little bit. I mean, there's a few things in position here. Got the pylon as well for the block. Very well done. I don't think there's much gonna happen here. Void Race DPS is very low, so it's actually forcing Classic to get the probe drill. And 2 go down at the moment. 3. I've been trading away quite a lot of those lings for that as well. And the Overseer is going to come in and see exactly what's up. It's going to be, well, High Templar on the way. And we also see charge being researched here and a huge amount of gateways. So I can imagine the response is actually going to be a Spire in a very interesting location as well. That kind of looks like a spore, doesn't it? Maybe that was the intention. Very nicely scouted there by Rogue. He's going to set up. He's going to get more roaches as well. So Classic's going to just warp in and think about attacking on this location now. There are 2 Archons here as well, so very good versus that. Well, any lings that come across as well, just their splash damage. But here we go. We got Classic pushing in here. Going to take an Overlord out straight away. And yeah, I do think there's actually enough here for Rogue. Although +1 hasn't finished yet. Transfuses do come down. Yeah, holding the line quite well. Obviously, those Archons are quite tanky, but overall, I think this is a really easy hold for Rogue. I mean, it's not dedicated by any stretch of the imagination. We've got 3 bases here for Classic. Getting into a good position. We don't even have a 4th up yet for Rogue either. The health on the Warp Prism really decides how long Classic can stay around and drop those Archons. We're just seeing Phoenixes now as well. Storm being researched. We're getting into the late stages here, but I mean, most importantly, we do have 9 Mutalisks on the way. Now, the only thing that could really tackle these Mutalisks would be, well, Archons. We do, that would explain why the Phoenixes are on the way, actually. I did look at this wondering why there are Phoenixes, but Classic's really prepared for that. This is a really interesting game because we've had an opener from one side. We've got the, well, obviously the Stargate, and then we've got the tech switch into charge lots, and then obviously a response to that, and now going into Spire and then having a clean read of that as well. So far, both the players have been on top of each other, and they've scouted everything that's going on. And they've been really well prepared. So going into this mid game, I think both of them are pretty even, looking pretty good. Although, you know, Mutalisks give them a bit of space. They can get a lot of damage done. I'm liking the position of Rogue there. I mean, look at this creep. It's coming out quite far at the moment, and you know, not much can be done here by Classic, I don't think. Not in the short to mid-term, anyway. But this is a scary army for Classic. I mean, look at the amount of mortals and like Archons, and you have to remember that a lot of the supply for Rogue is in these Mutalisks. Although I don't mind that damage at all. It's at 12 probes, and it's going to force an attack. Right, Classic here, now pushing up the middle. But yeah, I wonder what there is to respond to this. There's just pure Roach down on the south side of the map and not much else. Might have to pull back those Mutalisks to maybe deal with this, but I mean, the Mutalisks is still getting aggressive down here. But, you know, Phoenixes are dealing with that, whilst on the other side, Ace does go down, 15 workers go down. And actually, Rogue isn't looking too good right now. I mean, that's that huge storm, softens up these Roaches, and now look, caught in a choke point now. And Classic is just going to clear that up really, really nicely. I think Classic comes up on top there. I think this is very, very good for him right now. He's got the upgrade advantage as well. He's on +2. He's just regrouping his army here. He has his 4th base up and running. So, you know, and the 4th base was taken for Rogue. So if I had to put my money down, I would say probably Classic's probably in the lead here. Probably going to best spot to secure the game, but No, you don't know what can happen quite yet. We're going to see the hive tech on the way as well. A Rogue's mid to late game is just formidable. He's only on Roach Ravager at the moment. No Ling Bane at all to see. We do see Lurkers on the way. We now see a push out into the middle of the map. And there's quite a lot of creep here. But Classic is clearing out. Maybe we can just fight on creep, try and get some damage down. The huge storms come down. There's always huge storms, isn't it? I like Storm always gives you value. This engagement's looking pretty nice for Classic so far, softening up so much of that Roach Ravager, and actually not much happening in response to that. I mean, a few of these units are low for him, but overall, a lot of the key units are still alive. You know, Rogue's actually just pushing away and defending the creep line quite nicely. Yeah, I don't think Classic wants to commit to anything quite yet, but I feel like once Lurkers are out, though, that's when things change. Engagements will be very different, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. At the moment, we do have a mining base here for Rogue as well, so we do see about 70, yeah, so about 72 workers, just going to go towards 80 slowly, but right now, this army is just scary. It's just sitting outside of Rogue's creep line here. Always a threat. Okay, yeah, just posturing a little bit here. The Lurkers are now here, though. I don't see any detection here for Classic right now. Means that he can't really push in onto this. Nice area denial, but yeah, a bit of a back and forth. I mean, they're both doing probably about equal damage to each other right now, but it's really hard to say. I still think Classic's control is very good so far, so like, I think the main thing is that we do only have like one storm left, I think. So that's why he's going to start walking into Arkansas. Oh, a huge round of charge lots coming in, and now this is going to be the attack to look out for. I'm going to commit on to creep right now. I'm going to try and take out a lot of that army. We do actually have an Oracle for the Revelation. GG's cool. Classic takes it in quite a spectacular fashion, actually. That was a really good game, number one. So up here on the top left side of the map playing for Afreeca, it is going 1-0 up on his opponent. It is the Blue Protoss. Classic. Spectacular gameplay so far. Down on the bottom right side of the map. Very, very scary Zerg. If I had to put money on who will come back from this, well, it's only 1-0. I mean, it's 7 games in total, so come back is a kind of an overstatement. Play for Dragon Phoenix Gaming, it is Rogue. Now, Rogue's done extremely well this year. Like, early on in the year, probably less so later on. I actually casted a game between him and Parting the other day. I don't know if you guys were around for that one, but yeah, that series went 4-0, I think. So, ZVP looking, I mean, based off of that game, looking a little bit sketchy, but, you know. It's Rogue, man. Like, Rogue is capable of a lot of good stuff. And of course, absolutely dominant last year. Absolutely dominant. Alright, so Lightshade, one of my favourite maps personally. A little bit of a third block there, but alright, so I missed some interaction there. I guess it was a block here going down there, trying to get the hatch, trying to block that as well, and coming back. I think Ro just sent down a second drone to go and take the natural. So Rogue going for a pure Roach Ravager against that Twilight opener. Well, I say Twilight opener. Wasn't really an opener from Twilight, it was a Stargate into Twilight. Just going pure Roach Ravager all the way through. I guess the economy was quite low as well, but we're seeing this quite a lot from Koreans at the moment. Just pure Roach Ravager in all matchups. Which, if you think about it, it is all matchups, isn't it? Because we had the Roach Ravager plays in ZVT from Dark, right? And then was that Rogue as well? And then so that's been popularized a little bit more. Roach Ravager against Protoss, and then obviously Roaches have been kind of meta in ZBZ for a little while as well. Like, Mutix have been a thing, but overall you'd expect pro players probably to favor the Roach-based play. So I think we've just confirmed, and I had this bias already, that Roaches are the best unit in the game. Everyone says they're bad, but actually they're not. They are the best. And they're so supply heavy as well, which kind of says it all. Maybe they aren't supply heavy. Maybe they are exactly what their supply should be, because they're so good. The Roaches are a weird unit, right? They don't really do much. They just shoot. Like, they're just like bigger, slower Marines, right? Little buggy Immortals. Do you think the Roach is what the Immortal was when it was birthed? And then over time, it's just, you know, you take a Roach, you put plating on it, you give them 2 massive cannons, and then they're immortal. What's that? The lore team at StarCraft wanna employ me? Oh, okay. I'll take it. Oh, we're coming in, trying to do some damage. Spore. Ooh, almost covers it. A little bit of scouting there. I mean, what have we got going? We actually have the Roach Warrant and the Evo on the front here. We've got the double gas going down as well. And we actually see the lair. So, I wonder if there's going to be a Roach, like, upgrade, timing, stack. I mean, don't know whether Rogue really goes for these 2 base +1 missiles, like very standard, like what you learn, like when your first build order, right? Or maybe they do. Maybe they do make that happen. But I mean, we have double Stargate with Tempest again, very popularized at the moment, and we have no scout at the moment for that. But I do think that Rogue is going to know that it is going to be Stargate. But this third on the front, I guess you can take it quite quickly, the double Stargate, but I mean, you don't expect it when it's Tempest, I guess. But there's going to be a huge Queen Walk here, 5 minutes 30. We do have the Roach Warren down. That explains why the Roach Warren and the lair, all that kind of thing, came up here. So, I think the lair will probably be needed for Roach Speed and Hydras maybe. But the Tempests are here, and they're going to be able to do a lot. And then we've also got the upgrades for them as well. But yeah, this is going to be really hard for Classic to hold because Tempests don't have that much DPS. And, well, we do have a third one coming out. And we may have 5 eventually. Classic's got to stop a lot of this army from coming down. Especially Lings, right? Like, this army can't fight Lings that well. It's just... Tempests just do no damage versus Lings. So that means the ground advantage is going to be much in favor of Rogue right now. And the Queens are here in support as well. But the shield battery is going to try and go down. A couple of bars do go down on Tempest. There's so many Queens here. And that shield battery actually stayed alive. All the Lings do go down eventually. But man, like... Look at the DPS is not that high at all. I mean, on the Queens. Look, they're just chipping away slowly. I mean, yeah, a lot of these are actually getting bruised now. I don't think this has actually been too much damage for Classic. He still keeps his base. Yeah, hardly any economic damage. Well, this is not actually that good for Rogue, is it? So he's going to do a little bit of damage now. He's now killing probes. He gets 9 in total. I don't know if that's worth it overall. That's a lot of Queens that died for that. I mean, where'd you go from here? The Spire is now finishing. So we are going to have Spire Tech on the way as well. So, yeah, exactly what you need to shut down the Tempest eventually. But I guess the main thing is it slows down the Protoss, actually. Like, Classic now can't It delayed him enough to push off across the map for Rogue to be able to get Corruptors out. And I guess that's the main benefit here. We do have Queens on the front. But like when I casted before Rogue versus Parting, it's 5 Tempests to one-shot a Queen. As you can see here. And Rogue's just going to lose all his Queens. I mean, how many Queens have we lost so far? 15 Queens. Absolute value. Takes the hatch as well and gets the recall. Oh, this is not looking good for Rogue. And actually, Rogue only just the other day also suffering from the Tempest attack to begin with. And yeah, this transition into charge lots is no great idea. Whew. Exciting stuff. The Krups is just going to shark around a little bit, try and get... We'll pick off on a couple of Tempests, maybe? They're actually going to take a pylon out instead. But look at this army, it's already getting so much bigger. Obviously, the amount of Void Rays on the front line means that Corruptors are going to have a hard time. Yeah, Classic's in a really good position again. In the second game of this Best of 7 series. Like, keeping up the pressure this much. So we have charge shots coming across. I'm going to try and get some damage done on this 3rd base location. Or is it 4th base? I'm losing track now. Yeah, there's only Hydras here and a couple of Queens. And they should make quite short work of this. I guess the surface area is not looking great with the drones as well here. But normally, Zealots would trade quite well there. But actually, 10 drones going down in total. Actually, huge damage. Just around the Zealots. This is a huge Protoss army here. I don't know what Rogue can do against this, to be completely honest. With the charge drops on the ground and the Hydras just exposed, and look at the damage that goes down on this hatch. This is it, I think. I mean, I don't want to count him out quite yet. There are Roaches on the back line here as well. Corrupt is coming in as well. GG's cool. Classic takes game number 2, the Best of 7 series in this Afreeca world. Number 49. Now, where is this probe going? What? That is a proxy location if I ever saw one. The Classic is going to send out a probe and actually going to, it looks like, just set up a pylon. Are you doing it? Oh, there is a forge. There is a forge. Now, I don't know why Classic feels like he has to do this. Maybe it's because it's Blackburn and Blackburn's actually quite short, but yeah, it is cannon rush time. This is going to be the block off here, I believe. Last game, Classic faked this kind of thing. Although this isn't a fake. Once you put 3 down. Can't really fake that, can you? They do complete. You see a gateway coming down as well. We now see a photon cannon alongside that. And what's the response here? So we got the second gas as well, and just sitting back for now, cancelling that hatch, and then probably going up to the base there. I like the cancel. Once you can see that they're actually committing to this, like getting a gateway and actually like investing tech here, cancelling is a really good decision. Double gateway. So we are going to see proxy. Well, two gas. I mean, guess Stalker / Zealot. We don't have a cyber though, do we? So yeah, it's going to be just, what? Yeah, this is cyber core. It's just charge lots to begin with. Not charge lots, zealots. Regular zealots. Regular zealots. I have this habit of calling zealots charge lots, like, no matter what upgrade they've got. Oh, this little robot over here. He has to sit here and watch this happen. Oh, I feel so bad for him. Absolute dirt. I mean, yeah, you reckon Proxy Robo? I think probably Proxy Robo too. Unless it's gonna be, well, it might be Stalkers. I mean, there's not that much gas for it, I guess. You probably know better than I do. But yeah, we're gonna see Stalkers to begin with here. I imagine there's gonna be a transition behind this as well. But I mean, what do we see in response? We do see Ravagers now. This is a lot to push through. This is just a lot. They're both on 20 workers as well. This is hard. I guess Classic doesn't have any way of killing his opponent right now, so it gives Rogue a little bit of time to get all things rolling. It actually sits on 13 drones on minerals as well, and full gas to get as many Ravagers as possible. So going to start defending this with Queens and a Spine. Also going to go into more Ravagers and just keep casting his bios when they're up and running. Not quite enough to one-shot a cannon. Let's transfuse there for Rogue. So far, this has been really well handled by Rogue. I think this is going to be quite a close one overall. He's keeping his units alive, and actually a lot of the energy, so half of the shield batteries are now depleted. Now I can just start shelling down on those photon cannons there. Oh, nearly enough Ravagers to one-shot Stalkers. Hasn't actually lost a Ravager until now. That's very, very well done. So, yeah, looking quite good for the Zerg so far. Another 2 Spines on the way as well. I wonder if we can try and take out the probe. I mean, that would be pretty huge, wouldn't it? It's just there. Look, it's within, like, it's within attack range. Setting up the Spines now, pushing forward. Actually has a lot of room to play with here now the photon cannons have been cleared. Gets massive bios down. Takes out 2 of those shield batteries. Could have got 3 if he positioned it there, I believe, but that's quite alright. A little bit further into attack. But yeah, these 2 Spines now just shelling down as well. Oh, really well done. Massive bios. It looks like he's clearing this up with absolute ease. Making it look so easy. Bars going down again. I mean, a lot of this road travel is being cleared up, but also the energy is now fully depleted on the shield batteries, so there's nothing really to stop Rogue just clearing this up now, and it's going to force Classic to go into a transition. I don't know if you can transition from this position, though. It's not that I was rapping then. Rogue takes it in a very well-controlled game. Up here on the top right side of Jagannatha, going for that really cheesy play, and let's see if he brings out another one, is our absolute godlike Protoss player, a Classic. Same for Afreeca. And on the bottom left side of Jagannatha, we have holding that amazing cheese and showing us that he's capable of actually beating Protosses. Woo! And I say that because I've now casted a few games of Rogue, and yeah, ZBP is struggling at the moment, but maybe this is the time he comes back. Maybe this is the time he shows Protosses what is up. It is none other than playing for Dragon Phoenix Gaming, Rogue. So then, let's get into this. We're going to see, well, standard match blocking, standard stuff. Jagannatha obviously more preferred for Zergs, I believe. If I was in a ZVP and I was on Jagannatha, I'd be pretty happy. The amount of bases you get, like, all across here. You divide the map so nicely, and, like, you know, your 4th base location's kind of protected quite nicely with these, a bit of high ground here. That kind of thing, you know. Also go for this one. I think this is an awful base. Never go for this. You know what I've seen recently is expanding here, and then Zerg's going up here. Well, maybe I don't like this on Jagannatha, but maybe on a couple of other maps. Because then you get this kind of like 3 defense area here. which means you can keep like a lot of your army here. You can run down here to protect, and you can just run up there to protect. It's really quite nice to stage fences here. And creep as well, you can focus it out here, and a little bit out here, and then eventually take this base as your 5th base. Now, obviously, that's very map dependent. I know it's probably preferable on some other maps. I don't know whether Jagannatha is actually good for that, because you got... I mean, I guess if you clear the rocks and stuff like that, it might be a bit better, but... yeah, it's hard to say, actually. I don't know. That's one for the philosophers. Yeah, I have heard Jagannatha said in very many ways so Jagannatha? Jagannatha. Jaggy. Jaggaroo. Sorry, I'm laughing to myself a bit now. Jaggaroo. Map number 4, Jaggaroo. I'm bringing that one in. And there's been sweet nothing going on in this game so far. We do see the Stargate again, very similar to the first game. Actually, maybe even the second game we casted today. So we are going to see Classic going back to that regular play of his. Jagannatha. Doesn't really it doesn't really resonate well with my Britishness. Jagannatha. Alright, that's enough of that. I feel like it's in my head now. It's a great word though. I don't know what it means. I don't know why they named it that, but great word. Here we go. Ling's now coming in and trying to do a little bit of a wraparound. Almost gets it as well. Does he commit to the shade? I think he's got to, right? That was a really good opening. Well, actually, not quite getting the right micro he wanted there. Classic's going to lose both his adepts. Wait, where's the 5th? Oh, the Oracle came in as well. I was like, wow, these adepts are absolutely churning out kills, but no, the Oracle comes in as well. So how many did we get on that? We got 3 kills for the Oracle. Cool scout as well. Even sees the Void Ray. Very nicely done there by Rogue. Sneaky Ling. Even gonna get to see the 3rd coming up as well. Sees that it's completely unplugged, and then just rallies the Lings across the map. Man, that was really cool. Just tests it with like 1 Ling, and says, "Oh, hey, yeah, your wall is completely unplugged, dude," and then just rallies the Lings across. The 3 do go down. Really nice damage actually for this stage in the game, or maybe even more. Go on! Oh, the micro on that, man. Micro on that. And we're going to see the Gateway follow up as well. We do see the Forge and Twilight. Well, okay, cancel Forge. We do see the Twilight as well, and we got Oak was still sitting here. Gonna fly in, trying to get some down. It's just a bit of scouting to be honest. See if you're droning up, seeing what kind of position Rogue is in. But Rogue is actually looking very good right now. A few attacks early on has paid off. Getting the Lings in and scouting everything. And I think that kind of forced Classic to go for a tech switch here. Oh, he did see a couple of gates going down there, though. Oh, he saw the Twilight. So maybe he did see the Twilight. Now, the Roach Warrant is on the way, but it's not going to be done for the Adepts to actually shade in. So the Adepts are going to go... Okay, not do much, but there are Queens here as well. Warlock is coming up. And this is it. This is a scary economy for Zerg at this stage in the game if you're going Twilight, right? Like, you're on 55 drones versus a Twilight, which is delayed, by the way, because of the Stargate. This is not good for Classic. I think this is actually just... I mean, the saving grace is that the 3rd base is up quite quickly. But yeah, we do see the massive shade come out. But I mean, Classic's going to be... So Rogue's going to be, like, fairly prepared for this. Like, you've got 13 roaches on the way. Actually going to see it with the Ling as well. I don't know. Let's see if Classic has what it takes to actually micro these Adepts all around. Actually, full wall off! Oh, no. And actually, the Roaches are on the other side here. There's nothing Classic can really do in this position. Now just shelling down. Oh, almost gets to the Evo again for the block. Oh, my God. What an absolute beast. And he does shade in. He does commit to this. He knows he needs to do damage. There's just so much economy here for the Zerg. Needs to get in here and do something. Going to shade down to the natural. And he is gonna... Oh, he's not gonna commit! Oh, the bait and switch. Actually might get some damage done here. There's 5 drones going down in total. We do see a few adepts on the third base location as well. So that's gonna be 8 drones, 9 drones. Oh, calling out the 9th before it even died. Nice one. 9 drones, 10 drones. And then we see the recall. Woo! Okay. Alright. Now here's the thing. +1 is now finishing. Roach speed is now finished. We have 70 army supply over 30. We see the Queen walk as well. There is no way. I don't think this is... I don't think Classic can hold this. This is like this timing is just so good for Rogue right now. He has the army supply. He has the upgrades now finishing up. He also has the Queen count that stayed up as well. And look how much energy there are on these Queens. That's quite a lot. So we're now going to push the front here. There are 2 shield batteries here. Although with this amount of ravages, I can imagine that's going to fall quite quickly. Yeah, there's just so much Zerg here. Oh, it's actually 3 shield batteries, not bad. Surprised he's not binding these force fields away quite yet. That's kind of a critical error, but overall, there's just, you know, it's a numbers game, man. Adepts do a little bit of damage here. Actually getting quite a lot of drone kills. There's just so much Zerg. Like, what do you do? Like, you can't... Yeah, I mean, once you delay your push like that and then don't get any success, I mean, well, 10 drones is a success, I guess, but like... Yeah, this has just been so rogue favored, this map. Rogue takes it, 2 for 2. We are all tied up here. Right, let's get into it. Now, 2K atmospheres, obviously, more of the macro map, because if you count the bases, man, there are many. We have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 bases for each. When you compare that to Oxide, you can see why Zerg's like 2,000 atmospheres. A great map for macro players alike across all the board, and even with the watchtowers as well, can shut down a lot of those early 2-base aggressions. So, you know, I expect to see a bit more of a longer game here. We do see the fake cannon rush coming out as well. Just be Nexus first into Cyber. So, yeah, nothing too special actually from Classic side at the moment. Hope you guys are all doing well at home, wherever you are in the world. It's great that you can join me on a Monday as well, right at the beginning of the week. If you're at work and you're watching this, then I hope work's going well. Hopefully I'm bringing a little bit of excitement to your day. And here's a post from Jeddrix. Make sure to drink more coffee. It's either this or working to make a living. So, here we go. Third time this series, we're going to see the Stargate opener. Now, we do see the forward third base as well. So, again, I said this a couple of times on my channel before, but I quite like the forward third base, particularly against Protoss, because it gives you a bit more of a staging point for your Queen Walk if you need to do it, especially on a map like this where the rush distance is actually quite long. It's quite nice to get a little bit of a head start with the creep. And also, connecting your creep is so much easier. You don't have to worry about it too much. But my thing is that I'm so unpracticed with actually defending this location. Yeah. It's gonna be really uneasy. So if Lord does come in, you're going to see that is going to be voided. May even see that it's going to be an Oracle follow-up. I don't know whether people zoom in for that kind of thing. But yeah, Void Ray, Oracle Void Ray is very much the standard opening these days, I think, for Stargate. It's at least what I've seen more of in ZVP in the last 6 months or so. Maybe less, maybe like 3 months. We are going to see Twilight as well. And I find this really interesting. I never used to see this when I was like... Yeah, I honestly, like, if I ladder, I hardly ever see Stargate into Twilight. And then I cast these guys, it's always Stargate into Twilight. Like, and it's such a, like... I can see why, because the weaknesses of Void Rays, like, alone, or any Stargate units are now being countered quite a lot by, you know, Queen walks into timings. Oh, the Oracle goes down, man! We lose a lot of that scouting information from that and a lot of damage potential. So now, you know, I just want to, like, make it clear for people who look at ZVP and wonder why it's a big deal for the Oracle to go down. Well, it allows you to well, first of all, you can skip the Spore here, right? That's an automatic 150 gain. But it also means that you can just drone a lot heavier and not have to worry about it. It takes up your actions for, like, looking at the minimap and keeping your queens in position. That kind of thing. And it also denies scouting for the Protoss as well. Because at the moment, scouting information is very much dependent on Void Ray. But the Oracle has seen what it needs to, and it's going to see 3 base saturation, right? So, to be honest, the Oracle has done its job in terms of scouting. It has seen that it's going to be, you know, more economic focus. There's not going to be any all-ins quite yet. It's not going to be an early Queen Walk or anything like that. And probably not a really early Roach attack either. We do see the lair now finishing up as well. We do see a huge amount of depths coming out. And actually, this is very similar to what we saw previously, except for I don't think that Rogue is ready for this. I honestly don't think Rogue is ready at all. And I think this is what Classic really wanted from last game, and absolute props to him for doing it again, just straight afterwards. The Spore Crawler block does get... is very good, of course. Look at that. Oh man, like, imagine not being prepared for it, and then not being able to do any damage anyway. This isn't looking too great for Classic right now, again. The Roaches are now here. I've actually learnt that you just create a full wall up to to counter Adepts, right? I've never really seen this done before, especially with a Spore, but that's so good. That's a really good idea. Man, alright. I'm going to add that one to my repertoire. Awesome stuff. And Shade's coming again. Oh, I thought he was going to commit to that. That was quite a late cancel. I mean, on the other side of the map, we do see full base saturation here. We do see an absolutely amazing economy here for Classic as well. And we do see the follow. We've got Blink. We've got more gateways on the way. We've got the Immortal as well. So, I mean, this is going to be a really nice mid-game. He has been playing very macro. This has not been an all-in Adept attack by any stretch of the imagination. So, yeah, really cool stuff. And we do see the 4th base now going down for Rogue as well. So what do we think is going to be the next push here? Because at the moment we do have upgrades are now basically being timed out at the same time. We do see another tech building for Classic on the way. We do see probably disruptors, I guess. I think that's what it's for. I think Classic knows that Rogue sits on Roach Ravager a lot heavier than a lot of other players, I guess. Interesting to see that there aren't actually many... Ling Bane isn't being used as much. We do see a push onto the right side of the map, but again, the creep is actually looking pretty good here for Rogue, coming out on all sides of 2,000 atmospheres, and he's going to push in. He's got 2 Immortals. He's got quite a lot of Stalkers. I think that trades, like this army trades quite well with what Rogue has right now. Rogue's vision is very good right now, so he's confirmed that there's no 4th base going up, or at least Classic's preparing for it. The Lings are going to try and shark around a little bit as well, so... Oh, he's going to jump in to take out a pylon. Oh no, he's going to get caught out with those Lings as well. His Stalkers don't do a lot of damage to Lings, to be honest, so... He's going to see the 4th is now on the way. He's going to see the army of what Classic's got, so, I mean... From there, like, Lurker and Viper. Here we go. Yeah, Classic now going against Lurkers again. And there are Disruptors this time, which I think makes a little bit of a difference. But yeah, the Immortal count's quite low and the Stalker count's quite high. So I think the Lurker's actually going to do a lot of damage here. So we do see the Hive as well, and we do see Vipers. And Vipers are obviously going to be main counter for the Disruptors here. 2 Purification Novas being spent to deal with that 1 Lurker, and it doesn't even go down. And another 2. So that, alright, now they're on cooldown. I love the Hallucinator Colossus. It doesn't do anything because obviously... Well, maybe it does. Maybe I'm missing some interaction on that one. But yeah, I mean, the spores are here, so you can tell it's a hallucination. Oh, sneeze. That's me. Oh, Nidus. Saucy Nidus on the top side of the map. Now I'm going to put in a couple of these Disruptors. Raptor Novas taking out 1 there. And yeah, the Nidus is going to go up. But actually, there's nothing in there. Oh, but it's going to pull the army home. Alright. Alright then. It's almost like he's pretending he came out of that Nidus. Oh yeah, that's how we got here. Yes. There it is. Nidus in the main base. It's going to be, what, Lurkers in there? Is that what's going to happen right now? There's nothing even in the... Oh, wait, is he... Bro, tell me what you're doing. Hydras, okay. Oh. I don't know what happened there. I think a Purification Nova went off, but the Hydras are now in the main base. And these Hydras aren't going to do that much. I mean, it's just keeping up pressure. Well, he's got Lurkers in there now. Here we go. Jimmy doesn't have detection on here. I don't think it's going to do much, actually. Oh! I mean, it keeps the army at home, which is good. Gives you a lot more pressure for the map. Warp Prism now just chilling out on the top left side of the map as well. He needs to really replace this creep down on the bottom right side. I think that's a bit of a blind zone for him, but... You know, he's comfortable enough to now just push across the map with this Lurker, Hydra, Viper combo. Wombo combo. So a few Lurkers setting up here just outside of the 4th base location of Classic. There's also a frontal attack with Roach Hydra. Gonna pull the army apart a bit. Oh, he's gonna hallucinate. Oh, he actually does. He spends like 2 abducts as well on those Disruptors. Oh man, that's actually a pretty 200 IQ. A lot of this army for Rogue is being cleared up, and all of a sudden, I think Classic is now gaining a bit of a grasp on this game again. I feel like Rogue has just split his army up and just thrown it about all over the place, and I feel like that's not really worked out for him so far. Now we do have carriers out, and 2 more on the way as well, so you know, the transition is going to be really hard to deal with here for Rogue, especially considering he's sitting on Lurker Tech quite heavily at the moment. Now morphing in another 4. Another frontal attack of Roach Hydra. He said Roach Ravager, there's no Ravagers there. Yeah. Oh, huge amount of Lurkers again, but like with that carrier transition, I'm uncertain whether that is the decision, but I mean, there's still a lot of ground army, I guess, and I think Rogue's going to be in a position where he has to kill Classic very soon. Man, there's a lot of Raptors here. 6 Raptors. It's almost like he wants to clear up a lot of supply to be able to get these carriers out, I guess. But here we go. Rogue is now pushing up the middle of the map, trying to get the game-ending blow. And I think it's exactly the right move to make. Try and kill Classic whilst he has a low number of carriers, and like get right in his base. I think this is an excellent move, though it's going to be quite sketchy still because there's so much Protoss here. Now the Lurkers do burrow, get a bit of damage done. It's really hard to see what's going on. The abducts come out. I just think there's a lot of Protoss here, really, isn't there? I mean, there will be a remax, but I mean, we've got 4 carriers still standing here. 16 workers do go down. I think this is looking better for Classic right now. I mean, 4 carriers, and you still got 4 disruptors as well. All he really needs to do is resupply this with, yeah, storms, maybe a few more carriers, and he's good to go. On the other side, we're still seeing Hydra Lurker. We are seeing, actually, Spire upgrades. Which is a great decision. I think, yeah, I don't like Rogue's odds right now, overall. I mean, the thing is, Classic's on 4 bases at 15 minutes. I think that's fine. So as long as you can crush this army and deny this 5th base, or even that 5th base by the looks of it, then I think Rogue will be in a good spot to trade this army out, especially with Corruptors on the way as well. But overall, I like, if you were to ask me who would win a straight up engagement right now, I mean, it's 100% Classic, right? Especially the storms as well for a lot of this army, disruptors for the lurkers, and with the APM and micro intensity that Classic has, then like that's a no-brainer, right? Eight carriers, 4 Templar, 3 Archons, 4 disruptors. Oh, you got more over here. Another carrier, 2 more Archon. Yeah, I honestly don't see how Rogue will be able to do this. Let's find out. We'll find out together, guys. Oh god, oh god. Guy in chat, you called this. This is what. This is it. This is what you said. This is your fault. You said, join my stream to see how not to defend Stargate or Skytoss. It was you. There we go. Or maybe not. I mean, maybe Rogue will do it. I'm just scared. Okay. And little Zergy brains like, those are carriers. We're dead. Here we go, huge engagement. Actually, a massive storm going over those Corruptors and quite a lot of those Hydras. All the Hydras get taken out in that engagement. Disrupting Novas are doing a really good job there. Now forces his way into a base there. And there is a little bit of reinforcements behind. Another storm goes down. A lot of the Hydras are now down. Yeah, like a lot of these interceptors are still up and running. Quite nice. Yeah, going for that trick there. Going for the parasitic bomb trick. Actually, just too much to take, and Classic takes game number 5. Alright, guys, so up here on the top right side of Oxide, we've seen some really crazy plays for this guy today. He's playing for Afreeca. It is Classic. Down on the bottom left side of the map. Can he bring it back? He needs 2 games to secure this best of 7. It is Rogue. Fine chat, we've had Twilight. We've had Glaives the last 2 games. Like, it wasn't an opening of Twilight, but it was a Glaives attack each time, so I don't know, I feel like we've seen every tech choice right now. We even saw Tempest earlier as well. Which is usually the unit that you don't see. Or at least in the past. You see it quite a lot these days. But in the past, it was just, you never see Tempest. They were completely like... They were like flavor units, you know? Also, I can imagine at home you're probably now checking your emails. That's actually my email notification going off. Apologies for that. I know what it's like when you watch like a stream or something like that and the notification goes off, like the Teams notification. You end up checking your phone or something. Yeah, I'm going to own up to that one. That was me. Marsbar, I can see you checking your emails right now. You're like, oh, I heard it. Yeah. Here's a trick. It was a trick. Twilight is the best movie franchise of all time. We want to see Twilight. We want to see Twilight. Watch party. That's all we want. We want Classic to join our watch party. Our Twilight watch party. You ignore your emails. Same. I gotta leave it for like at least quarter of an hour, otherwise then you feel like, you know, you're just staring at it all the time. You don't want that thing to control you, you know? You don't want the electronic man to control you. Pylon block on the 3rd. Oh, yeah. Interesting, right? Yeah, this is the second time we've seen the pylon block, actually. Smiley 2, thanks for the follow. Great to see you joining. We have some absolute scorchers of games today. Now, we're now on the 6th game of the best of 7 series, so yeah, it's all down to the wire. The reason why I'm not casting too much so far is because we haven't seen much. And actually, like, how many times have we seen this Void Ray opener now? Exactly the same build from both of these guys. I think it's the 3rd or 4th time we've seen this. Oh, there's the email again. Nice, but don't go checking it. Alright, so Void Ray is now coming out. Standard stuff. We're going to see Void Ray into Oracle. Yeah. So what's the money on that we see the Glaive Adepts follow up or the Charge Lot follow up? Because now we've seen, I think we've seen 2 Charge Lots. So we've seen 2 Glaive Adepts and 1 Charge Lot follow up from the Stargate opener. So we're going to see the Oracle. It's going to poke around a little bit. And then it's going to be a Twilight, right? Right? Or is it going to be the double Stargate? The double Stargate Tempest. I mean, all of it works. I feel like Classic has won a game with each of those strategies, right? You have the third base up and running almost, and yeah, just keeping foot down on the drone pedal. Yeah, there's not much going on here. No early tech for Rogue at the moment. Oh, we see a Robo. Wait, is that normal? We actually see a Forge. Wait, I can't read it. I can't read it. There's a Forge. Is that an early attack upgrade? See the Twilight Charge Lots, yeah. Yeah, early attack upgrade. All right. Oh, right. Well, not really early. I mean, I guess it's timed out as you'd expect, but... It's interesting how the second Void Ray never gets built. I guess it quickens your transition a bit. You see the Roach Warren is now finishing up as well. We're going to see, probably, I think, we've got the lair as well. Yeah, we've got the lair, so we're going to see the +1 and the +1 melee, +1 missiles as well. Which is really cool. I quite like that response, because it gives you a lot more aggression potential when you go into the mid-game. Oh yeah, we do see Templar Archives. Yeah, right. Maybe it's Charge Lot Archon, yeah. I mean, how many gas are we on? So he is getting his 5th and 6th gas as well, and I guess the gateway counts around about 6, so yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit Robo, maybe. A little bit Robo? Yeah, we do see the Archons coming out here. I mean, yeah, we did see the Archon Charge Lot in one of the other games, actually, so... Oh, second Robo facility going down as well. Okay. Really cool. Really cool stuff. Let's see where this goes. I mean, so we've got the Oracle now sharking around, and the double Archon drop is going to happen very short. Oh! Roach has actually spot that. Oh, and the Queens are here as well. No way. This is so good. Oh, this is so good. And now the War Prism can't come back. Actually does. Picks up 1 there. Does a bit of damage. And actually doesn't get a cancel either. Classic really wants to take... Oh, no way. It was like blocking the Archon away from getting saved there. Oh, no. It was such good micro there. Oh, dear. We do see the Immortals on the way as well. But yeah, Charge Lot Immortal Archon. Ooh. Going back to basics here. All you protesters at home and want to see like a really good standard build order. I actually think this is an excellent build order to like learn with, right? Because you get all the macro components, you get a lot of the sturdiness of the well-rounded like composition, and he gets the Stargate for like the early reaction from the Zerg. So I think if you took this build onto ladder, I honestly think this build would be formidable on ladder. A lot of scouting potential as well. And you do see the Queen walk. So I actually favor Classic in this. Well, I guess the look at the army supply though. The supply don't lie. There's a lot of Zerg here, with an upgrade as well. Actually, they both have upgrades, I'm pretty sure. But this is an intense amount of Roach Ravager. We're going to see the push now, going up into the natural, half the army going up into the natural, half the army shooting away Classic's army. Yeah, got the Roaches going in here. Void Rate to protect as well. Looks like a lot of that army up into the natural actually goes down here for Rogue. A very slow push actually, like not making any brave decisions quite yet. Massive Storm comes down, nowhere really for those Ravagers to go. Takes all the brunt of that storm, but there's so little Protoss. There's just nothing here for Classic. I don't really know where this has gone wrong. Maybe maybe it was just in the tech decisions. We're just trying to get everything, and all those robos just ended up like cutting into the unit production, I guess. But again, that +1 like missile attack follow-up Roach Ravager against this kind of thing was a very good decision. But still, not that much economy damage done quite yet. Well, I say that 16 probes do go down. On the other side of the map, we do see some drones go down as well. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I mean, with the resupply and stuff like that, like just pushing into this third base, taking that out. It looks like this is Rogue's game to take. I think we're all going to be tied up here in this best of 7 series. Tied up yet again. Whew. He is actually going to go home, I think, or just reposition. Oh dear. As a Protoss, what do you do against that? The thing is that Classic so far has gone for like one tech choice of Stargate and then goes into charge lots and then tries to get double robo up as well. Like those kind of things take a while to come online. So as a Protoss, you've got to know that you're going to be exposed at a particular time. And against Rogue, who likes to hit these timings, who likes to go for kind of like massive mid-game Roach Ravager pushes, you just need to know when you're going to be exposed. As a Protoss on ladder, I think you can probably hold this with quite a lot of, if you focus a bit more on either Immortals or focus a little bit more on getting a couple of Void Rays out and getting the shield factories down in time, you'll be absolutely fine. Or, I mean, you could also go for Disruptors as well, if that's a tech choice. Maybe Disruptors are quite nice for this kind of thing. It stops Queen Walk, stops Roach Ravager quite nicely. So there are a few options available to you. But it looks like the Void Ray is going to get a little bit damage done here. I honestly think that Rogue is in full control of this game right now. I mean, we don't... This third base isn't up and running at the moment. Oh, damn, man. Single Mutalisk. A single Mutalisk. Yeah, you can see how many Immortals are now coming out for Classic. Like, this will trade quite well. You actually have 10. Or is it 9? 9 Immortals. Wow. Oh, wait, what? I didn't see this many Mutalisks. The Mutalisk follow-up is going to be the nail and coffin here for Classic. There's not a lot that shoots up. I mean, yes, storms, but other than that, like... Ooh, actually commits onto those storms. Yeah, the Mutalisk now coming back. Going to target a lot of those High Templar. Quite a nasty engagement for both sides, actually. Like, this has not been... it's not been particularly nice for either. I mean, a lot of Mortals go down, a lot of those key units go down, High Templar, etc. But man, there's a lot of Roach Ravager died to that. Bloody hell. You do see the Immortals now just being the tech choice coming out again, even after seeing that Mutalisk switch. Let's just see +3 in finishing here. Insane upgrades, actually, for Classic. I just feel like, the economy's just been really high, and we're now on 6 bases for Rogue. Like, this is just like death by swarm right now. Death by Roach Ravager swarm. Like, even if you got... Yeah, again, I just think Disruptors would just absolutely crush this. Or at least give you a bit more time to deal with it. But the Immortal commitment obviously trades very well, especially with the Chill Battery Overcharge. There's just so much Zerg, man. Like... Look how well this Protoss army is trading right now. And if it wasn't for the eco disadvantage, this would just be Classic's game, right? I can say that about any game though, right? Could say that about any game. Here we go, massive push now onto the 3rd base location. Look how quickly those Ravagers melt. I mean, a lot of these key units are now dead, and the resupply is going to be pretty good. And it looks like Rogue's struggling to actually close out this game. GG is called though, and Rogue takes game number 6. Down on the bottom left side of the map, going really well, like, so starting off really well in this Best of 7 series, and now losing a few games to bring Rogue back. This, on the bottom left side of the map, is none other than Classic, playing for Alpha X. And on the top right side of the map, coming back quite hard here, getting some really nice Roach Ravager plays, and showing his opponent exactly how to play Zerg. It is, playing for Dragon Phoenix Gaming, Rogue. Yeah, the hype's real. Let's go. It all comes down to this. And we're on Beckett Industries as well, guys. So, like, anything can happen. Now, for you guys at home that don't know much about the map board at the moment, I mean, Beckett Industries, a notoriously short map. Like, if you imagine if you got this 3rd. And you were sitting at this 3rd. You're a Marine, right? And you're sitting at this 3rd. You look out. You look out across the land. Oh, I can't rotate it fully, but you look out across the. How about we try over here? You look out across the land, across the bases, and then you realise their 3rd is just there. Look at that. Whoa! It's like 1 screen over, right? 1. Right, 2 screens over. 2.5 screens over. He's actually going to get a 3rd block. It's not actually a block at this point. It's just a drone chasing a probe. I mean, yeah, like the Korean opener, the 3 base opener, like what was called the Korean opener at the time, which is actually this. Oh, okay, we're actually going to see it. Yeah, not that common anymore. Like, it was all over the place. I was wondering what was going on there, but yeah, we're going to see it. It's really awesome. Space Marine's favorite map. Yeah, right. It's everyone's favorite map. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Stargate as well. Going to be the tech choice. No surprise there. Alright. Man, I need coffee. This Special 7 series is timing out, man. So we did see the link coming in. Actually gonna go... Is he gonna get full scout? Actually will. Gonna see the Stargate, gonna see the Oracle, all that kind of thing. Very nice. Doesn't have to sack the Overlord now. Gonna see the Oracle on the way as well. Stargate, you can actually see. It's being built. Only building that you do that. Very, very nice. So yeah, nice early scout for the Oracle going into this game. I don't think we're gonna yeah, I don't think the Adepts will be able to do much here. I mean, the Queens are in position. Quite a few Lings now coming out as well. There's not really much to write home about these Adepts right now. Just getting a little bit of scouting information, seeing what's up. Yeah, the first void ray is going to be out as well, and actually the oracle should be around here somewhere. It is. Oh, a nice little bit of an opening here to actually find a little bit of damage. A couple of drones. Very nice. Oh, we've got Lings surrounding the Adepts here. Actually kind of crucial at this stage. Oh, that's not a great start. Actually going to take out a couple of the Zealots as well. Oh, really, really nice trade there. 2 Adepts and 2 Zealots. A handful of Lings. He cancelled the pylon and then runs in. Oh, Rogue is absolutely on this. Going to secure his... Oh, he scouts the fleet beacon. No way. No way. That was really good. Ah, he actually cancels the fleet beacon and goes to Twilight into Forge. Oh, man. He keeps the second Stargate, though. Damn, that tech switch. Well, he actually cancelled the second Stargate. And now he's going into a Twilight. Okay. Alright. Really interesting, like, once things get scouted, just decide to go for something else. And I guess that's the right decision. Damn, man. But yeah, he's forced to Spire out now, so at least it's not for nothing, right? We see charge a lot of Mortal Archon. It's all really intense. Oh yeah, I don't know how I managed to mute myself there. Oh well. Thanks, guys. I actually didn't click anything there where I was going to mute myself. Unless it's undo. So I was undoing on Streamlabs, so like Control Z. I guess maybe mute is actually like bound to that because I was doing Control Z on there and I know I mute myself earlier. So I reckon that's probably what happened. Anyway, guys, I will half catch up to what I was saying. I do think that Rogue's going to scale into this game quite nicely now because like he's got control of the map. He has done for quite a while. And that push of that charge lot on Archon just didn't go well for Classic at all. Like, it was just such a bad trade over. I mean, let's have a look quickly. Actually, not too bad. I mean, 9 Mutalisk going down is actually kind of large. And, like, the economy's actually been quite equal. So actually, Classic, not too bad when you look at it on paper. So you have the 4th base now going up as well. So, yeah. Massive push, actually. If you look at the army here for Classic, looking pretty scary. We do have quite a lot of energy on these High Templar as well. We do have 4 Archons, of course, and quite a lot of Immortals. So, oh, here we go. You see Lurkers again. Let's go Rouge, Rouge, Rouge. Rouge playing in Rouge. It's quite a big push out, actually. We do see a huge amount of roaches going in at the same time as when Classic wants to push. I'm going to pull all his army back, actually. Yeah, you don't want to sit on too many roaches at this stage of the game, especially against this many Immortals, right? So being able to resupply into something that matters is probably a lot better. Hydras, maybe a couple more Lurkers, that kind of thing. He's now getting hive upgrades as well. Look at this army. It's pretty strong. Look how many Stormers there are as well. We're now nearly on full energy for all the High Templar here. There's a lot of Lurkers here, though. Oh my. I'm scared for our Korean Protoss here. Ooh, the charge lot's going north. Start pushing down on those Lurkers. Not a great engagement for them, but yeah, just so sieged up right now. And Beckett Industries is not easy to push in on these choke points. A few storms coming down. Actually, a lot of those Immortals going to go down. Huge amounts of damage just overall. The Lurkers are actually going to trade well versus these Immortals. I think 4 went down in total there. What has the world come to? That's because he hasn't got any Stargate units. I say that, he's now queuing up 4 Tempests. So there is a transition. See Zealots on the north side, trying to get a little bit of damage, but I mean the Lurkers are just zoning out quite well here. Oh, the Lurkers trying to move up, get attacked by those Immortals. Actually quite a nice opening. I think Classic could probably engage on that if you wanted to, but... Oh! He can't because Rogue's at his base, so... That's going to be a problem. Oh, wow. Massive storms here, blanketing a lot of this army. Yeah, right, not bad for Classic there. I mean, to be honest, a lot of the key units died for both sides, so, yeah, but I mean, like, trading evenly with your opponent is probably going to do you quite well. Well, probably for Rogue, actually, thinking about that. Trading evenly is probably a good thing for Rogue, if anything else. But, Tempests are now on the field now. You have a lot of these high-tech units now just coming out for Classic. Yeah, I think it is good now with the transitions now in place. Like, the investment is now paying off for Classic. I do think that army that was originally held was not fit for purpose. Not at all. We haven't actually seen any Vipers yet, which surprises me. Maybe it's because there aren't that many Disruptors out at the moment. Oh, and also High Templar as well. A huge amount of High Templar makes it quite hard to... they might get feedback. Oh, massive flank here now for Rogue, just pushing in on this army, onto this creep as well. And the Lings just get a wrap around. The Lurkers now burrow down, and the Hydras are now just pushing in. And the Tempests don't really have a lot of fighting power straight up in the engagement, so they have to pull back. They don't have much choice, otherwise they will all fall. All these High Templars do go down, and they had so much energy as well, which is just kind of catastrophic for a Classic here. And Rogue's now going to be able to push down on this base location. Very, very well played. And taking the initiative there, just pouncing on Classic when he was not really out of position, but definitely not in a good position, right? Just straight on creep, I guess. And a couple of these Tempests do fall now. And actually, yeah, there's no detection, I don't think. Yeah, it's going to be a problem. Base does go down. That's 10 probes in total. And there's going to be a Hydra resupply behind it. You love to see it. Yeah, so Rogue's just going to resupply behind this. Just get more and more Hydras to push in on this base. Going to push up his Lurkers a little bit further. Oh, the Hydra front line is just so much damage. Your battery overcharge now being activated as well. It's not looking good for Classic again. I said this kind of all game, but like pure Tempest against this. I guess it works. Eventually, it just a bit of a slow burner, you know. It doesn't really fight in straight up engagement too. I mean, it does well against the Lurkers. I give it that. Eventually going to push Rogue away, but I mean, Rogue now has map pressure or like map presence. He's securing this base on the bottom side here. Could probably go for this base as well if he wants. Classic now just moving out across the map a little bit, but I mean, this isn't a straight up fighting composition. I don't really know why there's so many Tempests at the moment. I guess they're kind of siegey. They do well, but I mean, I haven't really been performing too greatly overall. I don't know, man. Maybe you guys have a different view on this, but I guess they have value. I mean, they have like quite a lot of kills at each of them, so you know, over time, I guess they have value, but I wouldn't say that... If I was to defend my base, I wouldn't say Tempests were the first things I would want. Yeah, the map has pretty much been divided across this diagonal here, all the way up. Securing Rogue pretty much every single base, apart from the 4 here, and this one's being contested a little bit. You can see that now when Classic moves out, he's straight onto creep up here. So this is kind of like the area that Classic has to fight into. Corruptor's here, now just going to pounce on. Going to try and take out a lot of these Tempests. And getting quite close up with those Tempests means that the Storms can't go down the Corruptors as well. Very nicely done. Yeah, definitely a bit of a stalemate right now. Amazing games here today. What a way to end it, huh? So Rogue's going to split up a bit of his army now. It's just going to push up onto the north side. And actually quite an easy win to take out this base. There's not a lot of mining efficiency here, but at least the probes means that you know, more mining can't happen. It's harder to set up additional bases. But to be completely honest, I feel like Classic's getting a little bit shut in right now. With this base going down on the north side. Yeah, now on 4 bases. Now freshly mining off of this base, it's not too bad. But there's a little bit of a bank for Rogue as well. Look how active Rogue has been, like pushing this front over and over and over. We do now see carrier count coming up, so we do actually have, what's that? Yeah, 5 carriers now finished. Still sitting on Hydra. Well, a little bit of Corruptors, obviously, but oh, okay, here we go. So Lurkers are going to get cleared up here. Pretty much uncontested. Actually, Classic's brought himself quite a lot of space here to deal with this entrenched position. There's still quite a lot of Corruptors here, and even more coming. We're actually going to see a blend of Hydras and Corruptors, which is something you don't see every day. Charge lock ground force. You see a couple more lurkers as well, but this army's now just pushing straight through Rogue's base. Now this one was completely mined out, so that doesn't matter too much. Like, that's not really a loss for Rogue right now. It's actually the extremity bases that are a little bit more contestable. Oh, massive engagement here. Corruptors just jumping in on this army with the Hydras now pushing the front line here. Kind of wish I didn't have health bars on, actually, because this would be a lot nicer to cast. But looks like Rogue's actually pulling out insanely ahead here. That was a very decisive engagement for him. That was actually insane. Very high efficiency there. I mean, look at this. Like, so much of this army just stays alive. Ow. You're now pushing onto the 4th base, and there's nothing here now for Classic to deal with this. A couple of storms coming out. GG's cool, and Rogue is going to be your victor today in this. Oh man, I've been casting for a little while now that I'm getting all weary. I don't even know what I'm casting anymore. What am I even casting? Oh no. Oh yeah, StarCraft. Afreeca World 79. Rogue is going to be your winner.